Greetings, grapple fans, and welcome back to When the Dust is Settled, the post-show results rundown brought to you by my good self, Josh Kenovan, on behalf of Pro 2 Wrestling. The Kingdom of Rankinston witnessed a royal riot as Pro 2 presented King of the Bang live to a sold-out Rankinston Community Centre, and it did not disappoint. So, let's get into it. We kick things off with the Blood Money Mercs challenging Lucha Scotland for the Pro 2 Tag Team Championships. It was the Luchadors' joint birthday, but the Mercs weren't too keen on celebrating it and had a massive brawl outside the ring. Back inside the ring, Lucha Scotland stayed on top for a small while before the Mercs managed to turn things around. One hot tag later, and Lucha went wild on the Mercs. The Mercs did regain their advantage momentarily, but ego got the better of them. Lucha Scotland went for a double 619, but they slid out of the ring to pull out the one thing they were told not to bring: cake. And they sandwiched Dick Naylor's head between two chocolate cakes before serving Driver with a double super kick to retain. After the match, the tag champs went up to building manager Ellen to apologise for the cake. I think they won her over. Up next was a triple threat match between Hunter Sampson, Silas Everett and Davey Blaze. Blaze was injured before the show, but was insistent on competing in the match nonetheless. Despite his differences with Pro 2 management, they did not feel comfortable making Blaze defend the title and made it a non-title match. Blaze and Everett initially teamed up against the Giant, but Sampson was having none of it and fought them off. After ejecting Sampson from the ring, Blaze immediately started working on Everett before Sampson made his comeback. The three almost tore the roof off the place, quite literally, before Sampson delivered a devastating powerbomb for the win. And after the bout, Silas underwent a rather disturbing transformation backstage. And your first half main event saw Katie Mills challenging Angel Hayes for the Bells Division Championship. After some back and forth with the crowd, the match got underway and Mills immediately used her size advantage to dominate Hayes. The momentum was in constant swing for both Bells, with some very close calls throughout the match, including a brutal swinging sidewalk slam from Mills. Mills tried to end things with a pump handle power slam, but Hayes managed to slip off the shoulder and deliver a stiff super kick to keep the gold. After the break, your undisputed Why So Serious champion Logan Smith surprised us all by joining Kid Thompson on commentary for the rest of the night. We kicked off the second half with the newly formed team of Opulence taking on the Meat Factory. Cairo and Monet immediately took the fight to the outside, but instantly regretted it and lost their advantage to the Meat Factory, with John Kerr even taking flight. Cairo used some trickery to turn the tides back in Opulence's favour. The match went back and forth with some great offense from both teams, but after some slippery manoeuvres, Cairo and Monet managed to come out on top after delivering an innovative DDT elbow drop combo to Craig Berry. After that, we saw your Ayrshire heavyweight champion TJ Rage defending the championship in an open challenge, which was answered by Pro 2 newcomer Kevin Jacobs. Rage had no time for Jacobs and barely gave him any room to breathe. Jacobs did his best to fight back, but his efforts were continuously thwarted by the champ. The action spilled to the outside and Rage pummeled Jacobs all over the venue, so much so that Big Bad John got involved to demand that the action return to the ring. The action did return to the ring, and Jacobs attempted numerous comebacks, but it still wasn't enough, and he was put away with a wild F5. And your main event was the King of the Bang Battle Royal, featuring all competitors from the card, excluding Rage and Jacobs, and it was sheer pandemonium. It was difficult to keep track. We also had two surprise entrants, Sam Taylor and the Goddess Hera. The mayhem commenced and the Mercs were instantaneously dumped by Lucha Scotland. Davey Blaze made two appearances in the Battle Royal, but was eliminated just as quickly as he got in. Hunter Sampson smashed the elimination record he set last year with 3, moving it up to 5, and became your second King of the Bing. Hunter barely had any time to celebrate as TJ Rage came out to ruin the moment, but Hunter grabbed the microphone and announced that he would be cashing in his King of the Bing trophy at Battle Lines against TJ Rage for the Ayrshire Heavyweight Championship. And that's what went down at King of the Bing. Our next show will be Battle Lines, brought to you live from the Walker Hall in Troon. For more information regarding ticket sales and the match card, then head over to our social media to make sure you don't miss a thing in regards to Ayrshire's only homegrown wrestling promotion. Follow us at Pro2 Wrestling on Twitter and TikTok, at Pro2.Wrestling on Instagram, and Pro2 Wrestling on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Josh Kenovan, and the dust is most certainly settled. See you next time.